Our other top story, State Senator Brian Benjamin will be the next Lieutenant Governor of New York. The official announcement is expected tomorrow. Tonight, CBS 2's Aundrea Cline-Thomas has the story.
As State Senator Brian Benjamin prepares to take the helm as Lieutenant Governor of New York, he's continuing a legacy of Harlem lawmakers reaching the height of political leadership. NAACP President Hazel Duke said she recently spoke to Governor Hochul, expressing support for Benjamin, who's a friend and former colleague.
I think that she has put forth a message that she's going to be inclusive. Number one.
It's a move former Harlem congressional representative Charles Rangel called a tremendous opportunity for the governor to broaden her base now and make her case for re-election. This is many jockeyed for the number 2 spot. Last week on Face the Nation, Hochul explained how she was narrowing down her choices.
I've spent thousands of hours in New York City, and I'm well familiar with the challenges, but I want someone who lives there. I want someone who understands that the challenges firsthand.
A son of Harlem and of immigrants, Brian Benjamin started his political career on the community board before joining the state senate in 2017. He lost his bid to become city comptroller, possibly a silver lining that allowed him to be considered for this new role.
I know that he's dedicated to community service. He's been a great senator, a civil servant.
Still, even in the city, Brian Benjamin is not a household name, as many will have to be introduced to him for the first time.
I'll have a very diverse administration, but also excited about the prospect of having a true partnership with a lieutenant governor who I believe will bring a lot to the table.
By naming a black man to the position, Hochul is hoping to make good on a promise and draw yet another stark contrast between the non-existent relationship Hochul had with former Governor Cuomo. In Harlem, Aundrea Cline-Thomas, CBS 2 News.
State Senator Benjamin will be sworn in tomorrow. Let's get some background from Marcia Kramer. What's your read on this?
Well, he's regarded as a superstar, and what he brings to the table for her is a downstate minority member who is progressive. But I have to point out, you have to ask the question, how much he can really help her ticket if she won for re-election. He only placed 4th when he ran for controller this last primary season, which means that there were 3 other people that people liked better. Here's the big question. If either Tish James, the Attorney General, or Jumaane Williams decides to primary her, the question is whether they have more name recognition than Brian Benjamin and are more highly regarded, and does it help or hurt? And the thing you have to understand is that in the primary, in a Democratic primary, the lieutenant governor runs by himself and the governor runs by himself.
It is such an interesting process, isn't it?
And in fact, it's happened before where the person who ran with one candidate won and the other one didn't. So, for example, Mario Cuomo, when he was running, had Carl McCall as his running mate, but Al Del Bello won, and he had to run in the general election with Al Del Bello, and he hated him. And he tried to get him to quit, and in fact, he did after 2 years.
Oh, my gosh. Just let's go backward a little bit. From tomorrow on, what do we expect from Hochul and Benjamin as a team?
Well, obviously, they have 4 months to hit the ground running to convince the Democratic Party that in January, when they meet, they should pick them as their lieutenant governor candidate and as their governor candidate. That remains to be seen.
We'll be watching. Marcia, thank you.